Riptide risk is at its highest warning level. You just have to take a second to appreciate how unique and how eerily beautiful this is. This is Hurricane Humberto, which is quickly getting wind sheared apart and is dropping. It made it up to a Category 5 hurricane. It's barely holding on at like a 1 or 2. It doesn't have hurricane structure to it all anymore. It's going to be transitioning to extratropical, which means it's like a big old area of low pressure, not a hurricane. This is Imelda. Imelda is jumping along here as a Category 1 hurricane, has a little bit of lopsided structure to it, but isn't going to be a primary threat for any of the Atlantic coast with regard to wind or precipitation. Both of these storms are headed out of here. This is what they looked like when Humberto was a hurricane. You see it has that very clear, symmetrical, beautiful hurricane structure, and this is when Imelda was just a tropical storm. The only place that might see a little bit of a wind or rain threat would be Bermuda. Humberto is going to be going right around it. Imelda looks like it might have more of a direct hit to it. But once again, when it does, it's not going to be some massively strong hurricane. Odds are it's going to be extratropical, which still can bring precipitation and winds. But Bermuda can handle it. Like, they've got this. What you do need to understand, though, is that with 2 hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean, the ocean is angry. Riptide risk is at its highest warning level, stretching all the way from Florida to Maine. And if you're like, what the heck's a rip current? Let me tell you, because it may save your life. When you're at the beach, you watch the waves come on to shore and you watch them crash and you're watching water come on. Now, water has to go somewhere. And so you actually will have areas where those waves will come together and you will have a current that goes back out, that goes away from the beach back out to the ocean. That's how the water balance works. Waves just don't come on. The water can either have an undertow and come back under it, or you get these rip currents. When you get the rip currents, you get get in them. You will get pulled out into the ocean very, very quickly and could go potentially far. Do not try to swim against it. Don't try to swim back to the ocean. The only way out of them is to swim perpendicular. So if the rip current is pulling you this way, don't try to swim that way. You swim to the sides. Further out into the ocean, where you see these red and purple advisories, you're going to see bigger waves, bigger swells near coastal areas. Where it's out in those red areas, they're talking swells in the ocean from 20 to 30 feet. That's between a 2- and 3-story building out there. I don't want to mess with that. So just be aware that even though we're in the clear again for hurricanes this season, doesn't mean that it's exactly risk-free. And the ocean is a big place, and, well, the motion of the ocean, it gets passed on.